In the circuit shown in the figure, all wires have equal resistance R. Find the equivalent resistance between point A and B. Let me first draw the diagram over here. Let this point be A. Let this point be over here be equal to B. Let this point, let there be a point D. Okay. And now D and F will be at equal potential since they are symmetric to each other. And over here I can say that C and E are at equal potential since they are symmetric to each other. Okay, given the symmetry. Now there is one resistance between point A. There is one resistance between point A and D and A and F, which is this resistance. Okay, so this is the point A and D and A and F. Okay, now this resistance will be neglected as as both of them are at equal potential. Similarly, there will be two resistance between the point C and B and C and D, and this resistance will be neglected. Okay, there is one resistance on the top, there is one resistance at the bottom. Okay, between D and C there is another resistance R. Okay, and between A and B there is another resistance. There is another resistance over here. Between C and D there is another resistance over here, and there is one more resistance, this resistance, and there is one more resistance at the back, which is between E and F, and there is one last resistance between point A and B, which is this resistance. Okay, all these resistance are R over here. We have to find out the equivalent resistance. We have to find out the equivalent resistance in this case. So it will be equal to R plus R in parallel will be equal to R by 2. This will be equal to R by 2. This will be equal to R by 2. And this resistance will be equal to R by 2. This resistance over here will be equal to R by 2. So so all this resistance, three resistance are in series. So the equivalent resistance in this case will be equal to 3R divided by 2. Okay, 3R divided by 2. Now this given resistance is in parallel with the R resistance. So basically it will be equal to 1 by Rp will be equal to 2 divided by 3R plus 1 by R. Okay, I will multiply this by 3. So it is equal to 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. 5 divided by 3R. Okay, this is 1 by Rp, or the equivalent resistance. Rp, which implies Rp will be equal to 3R divided by 5. This will be the equivalent resistance between points A and B in the given question.